Hey, what's going on YouTube? I recently picked up a couple of different reproduction boxes for Nintendo and Super Nintendo, so I thought I'd share with you guys how they turned out, what they look like, any differences, are they obvious fakes, all that fun stuff. So let's take a look. So again, these are paired by seller. The two sellers that I bought from, one was from Etsy called GameBoxGuy, and the other is from TCGPaper.com. The other set is authentic. Which is which? So again, as I'm showing these, the Nintendo and Super Nintendo correspond to the seller. So these two are together, these two are together, and these two are together. One of them is authentic. I think you'd argue they all look pretty good. Okay, so can you tell which is which? These two are from TCGPaper.com. These two are from the Etsy seller GameBoxGuy, and these two are authentic. So the first obvious difference, let's start with the GameBoxGuy boxes. The thing most obvious in person, and I'm not sure if this is going to show up on film, is that these are a matte finish. The paper is matte or the ink is matte, both. I'm not sure how that works, but it's a matte finish. So compared to an authentic cartridge, you can't really tell, but the lighting on this one, you see how it's very, very reflective and glossy? On the GameBoxGuy, it isn't at all. So it is an obvious reproduction. This one you would never be able to pass off, maybe to a very novice collector or somebody that's never seen a real one, but otherwise it would be an immediate spot. And I think it goes without saying, but I'm certainly not showing these off so that you can buy these and try to sell them as originals. That's not my intent. I just don't have the want or desire to pay what some of these boxes cost, so I bought a few of the repros. So again, the print quality is really good. Box quality of the cardstock itself, really good. Fold on the bottom, perfect. Looks just like an authentic. No issue there. Take a look at the print. And you'll find the same for the Super Nintendo. Again, the cardstock, ink, everything looks like it's the same extremely good quality. This punch out again is from GameBoxGuy on Etsy. I'm also not sponsored by either of these. Again, I just happened to buy these and thought folks might want to see how they look. And the Donkey Kong Country is an authentic box, and again you can see the difference with the reflection of the light and the gloss, whereas the punch out is a very flat matte finish. Alright, let's take a look at TCGPaper. We have the Wild Gunman for Nintendo and the Final Fight 2 on Super Nintendo. Again, both reproductions, TCGPaper.com. So these, again, you'll notice right away, this one is not the matte finish. It has the gloss, looks very similar to the reproduction cartridge. I would say the finish matches very closely, very closely. Print quality, again, excellent. Cardstock's a little bit thinner on the TCG paper. Let's take a look at the Final Fight TCG paper as well. Glossy as compared to, again, the matte of the Etsy seller GameBoxGuy. But it looks very similar to the original. Okay, let's take a look at the cardstock that they used, starting with the TCGPaper. So this one's a white cardstock, as you can see from the inside flap. A little bit thinner than the Etsy seller GameBoxGuy. Flap on the bottom is the same across all three, very similar. Again, more of the matte kind of gray finish. But you'll notice though that the gray finish is a little closer to the original here. Again, certainly not going to pass for an authentic. The cardstock also holds true for the Super Nintendo versions from each. Alright, let's take a look at one more detail. Optionally, you can order these cartridge sleeves, holders, whatever you'd want to call them, with the boxes. They're like $1 extra each, or $2, something like that. So this is the one that comes with the Final Flight from TCGPaper. Works, doesn't look authentic, you know, but it holds the cartridge well. And then this is the one from GameBoxGuy. And the authentic. So neither really match the authentic, but certainly the GameBoxGuy is closer. So in addition to the cartridge holders, you can also get the Nintendo sleeves from TCGPaper. Really nice finish. Again, the originals are plastic, you can't expect that, but these look really nice. TCGPaper does not offer the styrofoam insert, but GameBoxGuy does. Just a piece of styrofoam. Just a couple other quick notes. The GameBoxGuy boxes ship fully folded. Everything comes exactly as you see. So the Super Nintendo and the Nintendo, both the same, come exactly like you see. The TCGPaper ship folded. So when you get them, you have to fold them into place. Not too bad. Even the I don't know. I guess I don't know what you'd call the fold here, but even this is not very difficult. The cartridge tray for the Super Nintendo, I would actually say, was probably more challenging than the box itself. So again, these all ship flat, and these ship fully assembled. So in summary, when I buy these again, it depends on what you're looking for. If you are trying to, again, pass these off as authentic, I don't think you're going to have much luck with either one, and that's not the intended purpose here. I'm just a collector, and wanted the nostalgia of having the boxes. So certainly not going to pass as authentic. They are both extremely high quality. There's no question about that. Again, this one's glossy, matches the authentic a little bit more closely. This one's a matte finish, but the print quality is excellent on both ends. If you put these into a protective sleeve also, then they will all look glossy. You'll have no idea that the finish is flat. So perhaps if GameBoxGuy sells a title that TCGPaper doesn't have, I would be perfectly fine ordering those. I think you'll be happy with either one. If you're looking for one that more closely matches the authentic, I think the Etsy seller, or excuse me, TCGPaper is the way to go. The two on the left. Alright, well that's it folks. I appreciate you watching. I'm going to post a handful of macro photos after this so you can get some really up-close looks at the print quality and all that fun stuff. So again, thanks for watching. Happy New Year. Take care.